Hey, are we both recording?
We are both
We are
recording
both
this
recording.
time.
Guys, this episode is sponsored by, what is it, Warritos? I think is how this is supposed to be
Oh, I
said.
didn't even think about it like that. Burritos?
Because isn't J in
Yeah.
Spanish is, hey, what kind of bullshit is language, right? Like,
Yeah, like why do they use... Wait, now I'm really confused. What are these letters? Is this the English? Because it's
I don't know.
Spanish.
That's the thing. I have no idea.
Yo, I'm too gone for this.
Yeah, this is terrible. It's like, do you know, so
Wait,
have
so
you ever heard...
they have a different alphabet, though. They have like two different letters that are different.
Yeah, they have a couple. Yeah. But like, have you ever seen like the last name Win? Like how we would say Win is WIN.
Yeah.
There are like some Asian countries that the name Win is spelled NGUYEN.
Oh, no, I think I've seen that.
Like, huh?
Yeah.
What? Excuse me?
And also, it's just weird, like, when did we join the alphabet? Like,
I don't know. That's
Where-
good.
this is pretty good, too.
These are always great. They're always...
I don't know. That's actually really tripping me out now. Like, why are we using the same... I mean, it's basically the same alphabet. The only thing difference is you have an N that has the little squiggly over it.
Yeah. So, got a couple things we need to talk about. Couple things we need to talk about. So, old boy, and by old boy I mean Elon.
Good old Elon.
The Musk,
Yeah.
Mr. Tesla.
Yeah.
Our generation's. Would we call him our Tony Stark? Is he our Tony Stark?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. He just is Tony Stark. He's real life Tony Stark.
Yeah. So, old Elon, he brought out like a robot at some sort of Tesla. Also, apparently Tesla just has like these events where they're like, hey-
constantly.
yeah, like all the time. Like literally, it seems like every month they're like
New
the newest
18
Tesla-
wheeler.
Yeah, they're like new 18-wheeler, friggin'. I don't know, like
everything.
literally everything.
Cybertruck.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel like it's
insane.
every other month.
So, did you see the robot?
I did. I watched a video of it.
Yeah. First of all, its name is Optimus.
Thought that was weird.
We already have an
Optimus robot.
That's
Yeah.
a robot.
I don't.
Copyright? Anyone? Like, is that not
Yeah.
a? Would you not think the people at Hasbro would be like, huh?
Yeah.
You named it what?
Yeah. I also don't like. I think we already kind of talked about this, but like, so they name like Siri like a good name, like a name that you're not scared of.
Yeah, yeah.
And like normally when they do stuff like this, it's a name that you're okay with, that you're not intimidated by.
Siri, Alexa,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I don't know the reasoning by naming it Optimus. I don't know if it's to because having a robot already is enough shock. I'm wondering if naming it Optimus is to give an extra shock to almost like you said, like normalize it.
Like
but
to,
I don't.
like to bring it down to earth. Kinda?
Yeah, like it's so like out there that you have to accept it. I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't know if that's a psychological thing, but like
I mean, I'm sure that. I mean, there had to have been some thought put into the name, right?
yeah, for sure. There's no way he just randomly did that.
And there's no way that he didn't go, in his like weird South African accent. There's no way that he wasn't in a boardroom and he was like, we should name it Optimus. And then someone in the room wasn't like, Elon, hey, so popular TV series Forever.
Yeah.
There's already an Optimus.
Yeah,
And he's huge.
yeah,
And he's like
intimidating.
intimidating. And
Like, he'd
he's
take
a
over the
good
world.
guy, but he's like,
Yeah,
and I don't know how somebody wasn't like, hey, real quick, what are you doing?
yeah,
Like, name it like Sam.
yeah.
So something
something
like,
And I think that might be him just trying to send a message, like just saying like,
yeah.
like
That's kind of what I mean. That's kind of what I was thinking with the whole like bring it down to earth, type deal. But I don't know. I just thought that was super weird. And also, isn't he against that kind of stuff?
yeah, like he thinks AI is going to take over the world, but then just made an AI robot. Like
Yeah.
I don't really understand.
Maybe his thought process is for him to get out ahead of it. Like if he
I
can be the
guess.
one that controls it, then he's like, okay, that does make sense. If he's like, all right, if they're not going to listen
Yeah.
to me, I'll just do it myself.
Yeah.
So
and
then I know
Yeah,
if this
that's
goes
true.
bad, I'll just fix it.
again, I just think the name is so strange. It's almost like naming because everyone knows like the Optimus and everything that the Optimus name carries. It's almost borderline naming it Death Destroyer. Like
Yeah.
it's
It would have almost been in the
comparable to
same
that.
vein if he was like, this is the new robot that does this unveiling. It's called Megatron.
Yeah, yeah. It's like
everybody would be like, the what?
yeah.
Like we would all be like,
I think it's just to like kind of force people to swallow the pill of this is a robot.
This is our reality now.
Yeah.
Also, didn't you say that it was going to be like less expensive than a car?
Yeah, that's so weird.
But also, when you say that, and that's all the article said, which car? Like, do you mean
Yes.
do you mean the Honda Civic or do
Yeah.
you mean like Aventador?
Yeah.
Like what are we talking about here?
But it's weird because I didn't think about it like this until like a little bit after I read that was he says that like it's like, oh, that's a good deal. You're spending like I'm assuming like almost 20 to 30 grand on a robot.
Yeah. Also, here's the
What
other
does it
thing.
do?
What do you do? Yeah, I was just about to say, I don't
Is it
know
a
of,
chef?
I don't know of anything in my life right now that I'm like, ugh, I wish
Yeah.
a robot would just do this.
Yeah.
Like,
The only thing I can think of is like maybe doing like cooking.
but
like
I like to cook.
But yeah, yeah. So I don't know. And also, this is just me and how I've been. I like to do things, especially in my own space, and I'm bad at letting other people help me with it because I like
Yeah.
to do it how I like to
Yeah.
do it. And I think that might be a little bit of OCD, whatever. But it's just, I would have a hard time letting a robot do it.
I also don't know how I would feel. Like, am I supposed to like this place that like this apartment is not huge? Like,
No.
am I supposed to like pass it in the hallway and be like, oh, excuse me?
Yeah,
Like,
and it's just faceless.
yeah,
That's so weird.
it would be different if like,
Also, if it starts murdering you, can you say like Alexa, stop?
yeah, exactly. Can I be like, Optimus,
Stop.
shut down? Like, if it's got a knife to my throat, if it kills me, I honestly might just like, if I'm laying in bed with a robot above me holding a kitchen knife, I might open up my eyes. You know, I've got my little covers. I open up my eyes, I see it, and I go, yep.
Sounds about right.
I'll be like, that's on me. Hey, you know what?
I'll be a
That's on
statistic.
me. I'll take that.
I'll be a
I'll take
statistic.
that one for the team. That was
Yeah.
on me.
Yeah,
Of course, it'll get covered up, and they'll be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, he did it to himself."
Yeah.
and then
for sure.
yeah.
I don't
That's
really
it.
understand.
We're just describing the plot of iRobot.
Literally.
Also, I think it's hilarious. They keep doing stuff and making things, and I'm like, have y'all not seen movies?
Yeah.
Like,
It's almost like they've seen it and they're like, we could do it better.
yeah. But what's funny
It
is
wouldn't
that,
really
but what's,
happen
but
like
what's
that.
funny is that that's what sequels are to
Yes.
the movie when they go, it won't happen again.
Yeah.
Like, how many Jurassic World movies have there been now?
It's been like 6.
There've been like of all of them now that there's literally like 7 of them, and every single time they're like, what if we took the experience of a dinosaur and brought it into the real world? And there's always a scientist in the background going, so
Someone kill him.
yeah, exactly. Like, he's always like, hey, that might not be a good idea only because of what happened in Jurassic Park 1, 2, 3, World, Dominion.
Yeah.
Like, literally every single time they do it. And also, do you notice that there's always like a new like dinosaur in those movies?
Yeah.
That like I remember in the last Jurassic World, they were like it was so funny. They were looking for like velociraptors, and then they were like, it's an Indosaurus Rex, and it was invisible, and I was like, what is wrong with you?
It was invisible?
Do you remember the Chris Pratt one? It could
I
turn
didn't-
invisible.
I didn't know I haven't seen the new one.
It basically had like active camo in Halo. And they were like, it's an Indosaur. And he was like, huh? Also, I don't know who decided this. Chris Pratt is the perfect character to
For
be
sure.
in those movies. That he's just like a country dude
He's
that's
just
out
like,
there.
What's going on?
Yeah. I did hear that in the last one, he did way too much of the whole
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
the whole hand thing.
It's like a meme now. It's everywhere now.
I've started doing it to people that get aggravated with me, like in the store. Like, like if a woman is behind me in line, she's like, "Can you hurry up?" And I'm like,
Whoa, now.
I'm like, right here, right
Whoa.
here. Hey, right here. Come here. You know what's crazy? It works. They look you dead in the eye and they're like,
oh, that's good.
it could be because I'm holding
that's
it.
good.
Could be because I'm holding a
What was I
knife in this
saying?
hand.
What was I gonna say before you said the Chris Pratt? God.
I don't know. We were talking about how stupid they are because they just keep making movies like that.
Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah, I don't know. I just think that these movies where they just keep, or like in how it translates to real life. Like I don't understand how Elon. What's the motive? Oh, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. I think that it might be helpful in like old people situations.
Yeah,
like helping them to the bathroom.
I can see that.
Maybe if it's smart enough, maybe. I don't think it could change a diaper. Changing a diaper is difficult.
Nah, that's
It's too. There's too many
precarious.
like.
Yeah, that's precarious.
There's no way it could do that. But
I could see it like administering medicine if like the human was able to sit still enough.
yeah, yeah. I can see
that's
it.
it.
I can see it like helping a grandma, and it's like, did you say 0.4 or 4.0?
Also, I mean,
overdoses.
We've been there when they've forcibly given medicine to people before.
Yeah.
I don't know if a robot's going to be like, you have to know like a Kimura headlock. Like you have to.
You know a lot.
Yeah. Like you have to. I don't know. There's just so much stuff that like, I know people all the time are like, oh, robots are going to take over all our jobs. And I'm like, not unless that's the even thing. Did you watch the video of the robot coming out? Like the doors open and it's like.
Yeah. It also, did you see, what was it? Was it giving like gang signs?
Yeah, I don't know.
What was that?
Wouldn't it be hilarious if Elon makes a robot and it just comes out on stage and is holding like a Glock sideways and everybody in the crowd's just like.
I would love if he already has multiple AI and they've already developed a culture where they've made like memes within their own AI. So like it came out. I'm not kidding. Go watch it. It comes out and does this. And I'm like, what?
Give it 15 years. There's going to be 3 gangs. It'll be the Bloods, the Crips, and the Gears, and those will be the 3. And we're gonna sit there with our kids at a table, and we're gonna be like, I remember when it was just Bloods and Crips. And they'll be like, no, Dad, the Gears are here now, but you got to respect the gear. And then there's gonna be like this whole movement of like humans that are like, stand up for gear rights. Yeah. And we're gonna march in the street, and then the gear cops are gonna murder them all. Yes. And we're gonna be like,
see,
there you go.
See, yeah.
And that's the plot of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. So
there you go.
I mean, once again, it all is in something already.
I don't know, man. I don't really know. I think he is, like you said, just trying to get out ahead of it.
I think he's bored.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if how that's going to integrate into normal society and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Speaking of going back to like the movie thing, with like Jurassic Park and like kind of beating the dead horse, we have another serial killer Is it a series? It's a series.
It's a series. It's a Netflix series.
Right.
Yeah.
About Dahmer, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any of it yet.
I've seen like 6 or 7 episodes of it.
Yeah.
It's really well done. I will say that. But at the same time, that's also strange to me. So I don't understand our obsession with like, oh, we have to make this show exquisite. Yeah. We have to like they just put so much effort into like the lighting and the shots. We have to make this just so evil.
It's so funny because like when they did Dahmer, they're like, is anybody paying attention to lighting? What is the setting? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Could we get those people to maybe work on the next Batman movie? Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, could we?
Yeah.
Could we maybe get the? Could we get the crew at Netflix to maybe?
But
pop
there's
over
not
to,
like what's weird is like we made that before we made like a Rosa Parks documentary.
You know what I mean? Have you ever seen all those memes?
Hold on, before I like I don't know if there is.
I don't think not one.
But
that's
not
big
not
like
ones
that.
that's mainstream. Like I think it proves a point.
Have you ever seen those memes where they cast like the
Yes.
completely wrong white
Yes.
person as the one that I saw that I almost literally shit myself. It was just a picture of a tumbling gymnastics mat, and it just said Emma Stone is Simone Biles,
my
and I was like, "Yo." The other one that I saw, it said Ryan Gosling is Rosa Parks. And
I saw Ryan
what?
Gosling.
I was like, what is this?
I saw Ryan Gosling as Black Panther.
I saw him as Malcolm X too.
Yeah.
It's like Ryan Gosling as Malcolm X.
I think
and I was
that's
like,
I think that's because of the whole Ariel thing. But
the Ariel thing.
the what?
The Ariel thing?
Yeah, the Ariel thing. The Little Mermaid.
Oh, I was hearing Ariel as like
A-R-I-A-L.
Ariel, like in the
Yeah.
in the sky. I was like, the sky. I was like, what did we do with the air?
I don't know if we want to really talk about this, but this is like my only opinion on that is I think it's weird that there's a debate on like anybody can play Ariel.
Yeah, I that's the other thing that I was so lost about is like if nothing about Ariel's character
Is black.
has to be
is white.
has to be white.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing about her.
But I will say this. I think people are missing the point of like one side's defending it. It has to be Ariel. It doesn't have to be Ariel. I don't think that's the problem. My entire thing about this whole thing is does no one find it weird that I think it's a political device. I think Disney says, how can we cause drama?
So what I had this conversation the other day. I said the other day, it was last night. But I was saying, and we're about to get deep here. Here we go. But to me, if I was a black person, which I'm not, I would be a little bit more like, I'm not going to say upset, but like, why would you not just? It's almost like Disney or whoever, all these executives are just like, oh, just throw them a bone. Just make the character black.
Yeah.
Like, just do it for him. Like,
it feels like such a oh, it's your turn to be Ariel.
Yeah,
it's
like
so weird.
And that's the other thing is I still don't fucking care what race she is, but like, I just feel like
this is the problem. This is what I've boiled it down to. I think the only problem because if you genuinely got a bunch of people together and they auditioned and she was the best personality, singer, whatever, I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
My problem, and this is what I was telling some other people, is I want to see their final selection pool.
Yeah.
If their final selection pool is like 90% black people, we have a problem because that means that they're trying to like force this whole like, I don't know, trying to make a political statement and trying to like cause controversy because they know that would, because it's not the original race of the character.
Well, that's the other thing. Why would you not just, I mean, I'm sure that there are no shortage of people at Disney with ideas. Why do y'all not just make more black characters?
Yes. Like, it's yes.
Like I feel, okay,
they deserve their own characters.
That's the other thing. They even did it with Tiana, with the Princess and the Frog. Which
why don't you make a live action of that?
Dude, the soundtrack of that movie is so good.
But it really is.
Also, so somebody pointed this out the other day. Disney just recently started animating characters to look like the race that they are. Like Moana is animated to look like a Polynesian woman. Like she's built broader.
Yeah.
Like her hair, like everything about her.
Yeah.
If you took Tiana and just colored her white, she doesn't look like a black person.
Okay.
Like she doesn't have any indicative features that are African American.
Okay.
She doesn't have any. And so it's just weird that Disney's like, oh, we'll do Encanto. So okay, we got the Hispanics, then we'll do this one. We got Polynesians, and we'll do this one. Why don't you make another black character? Make like,
like you don't. It doesn't have to be like based off an animation. Just make a new live action movie.
Yeah. Also, can we talk about the Princess and the Frog being like borderline? This might be reaching a little, but it was like about this woman in Louisiana who worked in a kitchen, like cooking food. It was right on the nose of being like, oh.
Which I actually think that's kind of cool because it was like Louisiana culture.
That's the thing. That's what they saved it with is like they incorporated like
Louisiana culture. with
Louise
it.
like Creole, like all
Yeah.
that kind of like real good stuff.
Yeah, and I don't know. Again, I literally think it boils down to, and I think if it was like this, I think it would have already came out. Like some of the other actors that auditioned, if their pool was 90% black people, I would have a problem as a black person because it's like you're forcing this.
Yeah.
You're using my skin color as a selling point.
Yeah.
You're using my
Yeah.
skin color as a talking point. That's what I don't understand how nobody's
when
picking
I know
up on.
for a fact that there are so many characters that you could make
Yeah, and I'm sorry.
of that.
I'm sorry. When you look at Ariel, you don't look at that actor.
No.
I'm sorry, you
No.
don't. So you have to go searching for that. And that's what I'm saying is I said to somebody else, there is one girl in every single high school and every single college right now. I'm willing to bet you walk in any single high school and every single college in America right now, and there is a white redhead that could play Ariel.
Oh, especially doing theater, dude.
Yes.
I'm not kidding. I could go on my Instagram right now and find 8,
Yeah.
like off the top of my head.
Yeah. And so, and what I mean by that is the directors had their pick of the litter with white redheads that
Yeah.
look like the character.
Yeah.
So you had to go searching and intentionally cast a black person. And to me, I just think it's not I don't care that it's black. It's that
Yeah.
they're using you.
You know what my problem is?
Is that not weird?
No, that's what it is. That you're literally being used as like a billboard. Like
Yeah.
you're being used as a selling point.
Ariel's black now.
Yeah. See,
What?
here's my problem, and I said this the other day. I got really drunk, and I sent I don't know if I sent it to you, but it was the long rant about them turning Disney movies into real ones.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. Did I talk about this already? About Hercules?
Maybe I don't
On
know.
here?
I don't know.
I can't remember if I did or not. But I just want to say that Disney is a bunch of fucking cowards because
Christ.
and I want them to hear that, and I want them to know that you're a bunch of cowards. You're shit. None of your recent movies have been very good. You need to redo the whole thing. Shut it down. Stop. Okay?
Okay.
Because if you don't make a live action Hercules movie, use that whatever the technology was that made Chris Evans skinny and then jacked on Hercules.
Yeah.
Do that. If you don't fucking put the muses in the beginning of Hercules, which already, I don't know about you, but when I watched Hercules and I was a young child, you know what I'm talking about, the muses at the very beginning that are on the clay pots.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but when I was a young child, I like looked at those and I was like, I looked at those women and I was like, let me see, what's up? But like, if they don't do that, I don't know how they haven't done this. By the way, I don't know if they just haven't thought of it. If they don't do that and put like, imagine this live action Hercules and the muses.
Oh no, I know what you're gonna say.
Are like Lizzo, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, and like who's the tall Kelly Rowland would be a perfect one for that. I would be so happy. And also, that like throughout the movie, like there would be time because they just like pop into the movie randomly and like do stuff.
Yeah.
There would be so many times when Cardi B would come on screen and do that bullshit laugh that she does.
Yeah.
I would lose my mind.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing. Why have y'all not? Those are black female awesome characters that are hilarious, and you have the people for it right now.
Yeah.
That would kill that.
Yeah.
Like
and
they
also
would murder that.
like Lilo and Stitch is like a which they're not black, I guess they're like Hawaiian.
Yeah.
But like there's a bunch of black characters that you don't have to stretch to be black. If I was black, it would feel like a charity case. Like it's like you get to be Ariel now. It's so weird. I don't.
And once again, just to like wrap this all up into what we're saying, we don't care that she's black. I don't care at all.
That's what's so weird is the argument, and it's like that somebody like, oh, you don't think she can play her? Anyone can play Ariel.
Yeah.
What are you?
Literally anyone.
It's 2022. Who actually? The only one saying anything about like whether anyone can play it is you.
They could have cast a guy as Ariel.
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck.
It doesn't matter. It's just that you have to try to do that.
Yeah.
You don't look at Ariel and see, oh, it's a black dude. You look at her and say, it's a white girl with red hair.
And this is what's happening is that I know this is how that world works of what they do. I know that they were looking at everybody and they were like, if we made her a black girl, that would look really good on
That's
us.
what I'm saying. I literally...
And I know everybody wants to think that that's not true. You're lying to yourself.
Yeah.
There is some sort of higher up at Disney that was looking at all the casting directors, all the everybody, and they were like, that would look good on us.
Yeah.
That would sell well.
And that's what sucks is like, I don't think people are really getting that. Is like... That's the problem to me. It's not that no one gives a crap whether
also, my problem is not that she's black. My problem is that movie's going to fucking suck.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. Also, can we talk about how Disney is like
they made Buzz Lightyear and it sucked?
That movie was
garbage.
Literally the dumb. The whole time I was just like, huh?
And also, they're just like pumping stuff out so quick. Like, do you even remember the movie? It had so much potential. The Ray and the Last Dragon. It was like a Japanese movie.
Yeah,
and it was just so rushed. I was like, slow down.
One of the last like good movie. I don't know which one came out first. I think it was whatever the last couple movies that were good were Moana and Coco.
Yeah.
Dude, Coco goes hard.
Coco's great.
Coco goes hard in the paint. But like, I don't know. Now I've said this before. I literally just feel like they're at Disney with this big whiteboard that has all the races written down on it. And they're just like, okay, we need to do one of these. And now we need to do one of these. And now we need to do one of these.
It feels so forced. Because
it's just, ugh.
It just feels very, very forced. And it just feels like it's so... I don't know.
I mean, I guess they feel like they have to do that now because for so many years, all they produced was white characters. Like it was just white princess. And if that's
what it is, go for it. I just feel like it's so. It doesn't feel genuine. It feels very disingenuine. Like they're doing it for the publicity, for the political aspect of it, and it doesn't feel like it's for. Oh, we're doing respect to this culture. We're doing a respect to this race. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like we're using your color.
The term
selling.
throwing them a bone is literally what it feels like.
Yeah.
Like you're just being like, okay, here you go. Here's your thing now.
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't get that. I don't get that. And back to the Jeffrey Dahmer thing. I watched it and I thought that it was well done, but it also wasn't it just like you were saying earlier, I just don't understand the obsession with serial killers. Like, what's this like? Why are we trying so hard to glorify these serial killers?
It's not even like...
dude, the top podcasts on Spotify right now, there's like 3 of them. They're all like serial killer shows.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. And also, it's always like, oh, like, let's get into the mind of the serial killer. And I'm like,
why?
Why you want to do that?
I saw somebody saying on TikTok that that's a bad thing to do because what you're doing is you're teaching, if you do these in-depth, like highly publicized serial killer things, you're teaching other people what to not do and do if they want to be a serial killer. So you're like educating serial killers on don't do this, do that, don't do this, do that. And it's like...
also, this is a big thing, and this is not a slight at all on you ladies, but...
Oh, women are obsessed with it.
Girls are obsessed
I don't know why.
With serial killers.
Dude,
there's like a deep like psychological thing that I've read before that like in a small way they something in them I'm so ready for the comments on this. But something in them likes the idea of being obsessed with. Like obsessed enough. What it is, it's you technically I don't want to use this word, but technically it's passion. There's that it's a drive. It's like a hunger.
Yeah.
Think about it. What a girl, Fucking what was a big craze? Twilight. What did Edward want to do? Eat her?
Yeah.
Like he literally wanted to kill her. So he wanted to kill her so bad that he was just like obsessed with her.
Yeah.
Girls love all the romance vampire
That's
shit,
true.
Vampire Diaries,
And like they can't
Teen Wolf.
they can't control their desire.
Yeah, they
for
can't control
killing
it. They
them.
just want it so fucking bad. That's there's something there. There's some psychological. There's something there.
That is true.
Yeah.
I just don't understand, like, I think we already kind of said this, but like the drive of like, oh, we've got to do this Jeffrey Dahmer series to perfection. We have to recreate these videos that we've have of him in the courtroom. We have to do them by the book to a T. And it's like, where's the Malcolm X series at? Where's the where's like
can we
the
get
Abraham Lincoln documentary?
Yeah, can we get something a little more? I don't know. I'm just tired of sick. And also that's what everybody keeps saying right now about the Dahmer thing is that they went a little too far with it. Like it's a little bit to the point where it's like, okay, like
he cooks a liver or cooks a heart.
Yeah,
eats it.
Like it's a little bit like, okay, dude, like whoa.
And it's weird because they also like try to sympathize with him. Like it's like because in a weird way, I won't really spoil it for. I mean, everyone knows, I guess, the Jeffrey Dahmer story, but he just had a really rough childhood, and like and also he was supposedly part of it is his dad said when he had like some kind of surgery when he was like really little, like 6 or 7, and he said ever since then he like hasn't been the same. So part of like with the way they like
was he
was gay. No, he was definitely gay.
Was that not part of the reason that like he went on for so long and didn't get caught?
Yeah, because he like led men back to his apartment and then killed him.
God, it's a little bit funny.
No.
I'm not saying that's funny.
And also,
but
he does some weird stuff. I really don't want to spoil it. If you haven't seen it, I can stop watching because I want to say a couple things about it. He, at one point, like, sees this guy and he passes this guy, like, driving, and he jogs at the same time every day. It's this guy that he passes. And he eventually, like picks up the guy because the guy's like, hey, I'm going to this concert. Says, can you drive me somewhere? He's like, I can drive you somewhere. Takes him back to his house, gets him drunk, and then like the guy's like, dude, I'm not gay, because Jeffrey Dahmer tries to kiss him. And then the guy like tries to leave, and Jeffrey Dahmer like hits him over the head and like kills him. Okay? He burns all of his bones and creates it into like a dust and like throws it off the roof of his house. So like he is not here at all.
It's kind of romantic.
He literally said, I just kind of wanted him to be in the air with me because I miss him. He was a cool, like he was in love with him.
I'm not going to lie to you. I would kill for somebody to love me like that.
Oh, my God.
My mind over here right now is like,
I wish somebody would burn my bones.
I wish a bitch would burn my bones and then spread them through the air and be like, I just want him here with me. I'd be like, fuck. Isn't it weird that if a guy does that to a guy, we're like, you psycho? But if a girl did it to me, I'm like, that's a down bitch right there. What's up? I'm like, that's my girl. That's my baby.
But she killed you.
That's love. Slash my tires, pull my engine out of my car.
No, I don't know. I think it's a weird obsession that people have, and I'm not sick of it. But
the whole serial killer thing to me is also I don't know how we're not tired of it yet.
Yeah,
like,
for real.
There's so much crap.
No, I'm not kidding.
The last thing that I watched that I was like, oh, that's good is, do you remember the Zac Efron thing that was about Ted Bundy, and it was called Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile?
Yes.
That was good. That was good. I thought that one was pretty good. But I liked it because, one, I'm a bitch, and I liked the romance side of it. Like, I liked that it showed like a lot of his relationship, and I also liked that it didn't really know until like the very you know that Ted Bundy did all this stuff. Like you know that he was guilty.
Yeah.
But somehow throughout that whole movie, I was like, fuck, maybe he didn't do it. I was like, maybe he didn't. And then do you remember at the very end when they're talking to each other across the glass and she's like, how did you cut her head off? She's like, please just tell me. And in the dust of the window, he writes hacksaw. And then she's like, huh, like she like starts freaking out, and then as the prison guard comes over, he just wipes it out of the dust, and I was like, I was like, this is insane.
Yeah. So like literally, number 6 of the podcast charts is, I'm not even kidding here. I'll put it up on the screen. Serial Killers podcast. It says serial killers.
What's number 1?
Call Her Daddy.
Yeah, I've listened to that before.
No idea what that is.
They're pretty. I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty entertaining. They're pretty funny. Wait, where's Rogan at? Is Rogan up there?
Hold on, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Rogan.
another one. Another one's called Serial, and it's number 15.
It's not about cereal.
No, SERIL.
Oh,
IAL.
that's a shame.
17. Murder, Mystery, and Makeup. Like, what does that mean? You want to listen to murder while you do makeup? What is this?
God, I can just picture the
What is
episodes
this?
are like, guys, today we're going to be learning about John Wayne Gacy and also tips and tricks for the perfect wings. So what I like to do is a little scotch tape in the corner just to get that even line. Did you guys know that he murdered his mom? He put that bitch in the basement. So dab your eyeline. Like, what?
27 is Cold Cases.
That one's kind of cool because that's
No,
not
it is.
just about. That
And
one's just
what's
about.
so weird is they put so much effort into it. It's
Yeah.
good. Like,
Also,
it is
you know what's
genuinely
weird
good.
is that there's so much of it, and there's no new serial killers,
Yeah.
and there's still
Well, there's just a lot of cases that I didn't even know about, like just local cases.
yeah.
Like just
I don't.
cases
I
that are
like
not mainstream.
dude. I say that, but like the movie Zodiac.
It's a good movie.
Dude, I'll watch the movie Zodiac.
And that's what's weird is, like, I do enjoy some. My girlfriend, she'll put, or fiance, she puts
I was about to say that's your fiance.
she puts on some of those podcasts that, like, or somebody there's also like YouTubers that do it because they like show video and stuff of it, but they'll talk about stuff while doing their makeup and they'll talk about cases. I don't know, dude. I mean, it's entertaining. They put a lot of thought into it. They put a lot of effort into it. It's just why is it? Is that how dull we are as a society now?
I really think we
that's
might
the
just be
only thing that
bored.
entertains us.
We might be bored, and we might just have this thirst for like. It's you know what it
Craziness?
is. Do you know what it is? It's like, do you remember when you remember when they were talking about all the Marvel stuff, like when Deadpool got put into Marvel, and everybody was like, it has to be rated R. If it's not rated,
Yeah.
and I remember I said that thing to you. I was like, isn't it funny how broken we all are?
Yeah, I was like if Punisher isn't shredding people with his
Yeah.
assault rifle.
Yeah, we were all like, if they're not ripping heads off, then it's not right. I was like, how we all just want to feel
We're just
something
dead.
so bad.
Yeah.
We all just that's the other thing. Me and Cassidy were talking about this, my little sister. We were talking about the difference in like someone getting robbed, like now and like 30 years ago. Like
Yeah.
if someone walked up to your parents in the street, like if your parents were out on a date night, they pull out a Glock and they put
Yeah.
it up to your dad.
Yeah.
And they're like, give us your fucking wallet.
Yeah.
Give us your wallet. And he's like, okay, hey, look here. I got a watch. Take the watch. Take the wallet. Can I get my ID out of it? That's really hard. And they're like, give us the fucking wallet. And he's like, okay, give us the wallet. Blah blah blah. Give us all your shit. And then they take it. Right now, if we were in downtown Birmingham and someone pulled a gun on us and said, give me your fucking money, I would bite the tip of the gun and I'd go, do it, bitch. I literally would put it in my mouth and go, harder, daddy. Like, I would be like, that's the difference between our parents and us.
Yeah.
We don't care.
I guess that's what it is.
Like, this is a weird thing to think about. If we drove through downtown Birmingham right now and, like, the Regions building was on fire, the whole thing was up in flames.
I would be mad at people slowing down to look at it.
Yeah, I would be like, can we go? It's a building on fire.
Have you never seen that before?
Yeah, I'd be like, have you never seen a building on fire before, you losers?
I think that's what it is because we see all this stuff on social media that we're just so desensitized to everything.
Yeah, we're just
It's like the
mind
only
numb.
thing shocking to us is stuff we don't see. Like, oh, I've never heard of somebody that puts dead bodies into acid barrels.
Yeah.
It's like Jeffrey Dahmer documentary.
Yeah.
I guess that's what it is. It's like the stuff that entertains us. Like there was this
Do you even think there could be a new serial killer right now? He'd get caught too quickly, or she would get caught too quickly.
That's what I'm saying though. They've seen all the documentaries. They know how to not get caught.
That is true.
They know.
Think about that.
Dude, I know, and I don't even want to be a serial killer. I know how to not get caught.
That's the thing. I know one thing that you like can do to never get caught if you ever bury a body. If you bury it 10 feet down and then bury the body and then put 5 feet of dirt and then bury like an animal, like
Yeah.
a deer or a dog or something like that, and then bury it the rest of the way. When the dog alerts, when they're searching for the body, the
Yeah.
dog will alert to something being
Yeah.
dug up,
Yeah.
and they'll dig it up and get to the dog or animal and be like, it's just an animal, and then cover it back up.
Yeah.
Like, why do I know that?
Yeah.
Why do I
exactly.
need to know that?
Exactly.
Why do I know that, like, if you knock out someone's teeth and burn their fingers, they can't be identified by dental records or fingerprints?
Yeah.
Like, why do we know this shit?
Exactly. And I think it's just the age of social media and stuff, and just being able to and the internet, accessing anything. I
Yeah.
also think that like I always thought while watching the Jeffrey Dahmer stuff, he does have a weird like mind problem. I was just always like, throw him in a lake, throw him in the river.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Why are you keeping him in your room?
Yeah.
I
That
don't.
is kind of odd.
No, he had a like he wanted to dissect them and like preserve them.
So he was a man of science.
You could say.
Also, let's talk about this for a second. Evan Peters, once
Dude,
again,
he should deserve
shattering
a freaking
performance. Have you
freaking
ever,
award.
I know Marley probably has, have you ever watched American Horror Story at all?
No, but just pause for half a second. I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay. This episode is sponsored by Guaritos. Guys, this is one of my favorite drinks that I've probably ever had. This is grapefruit. Right now, Braden is drinking mango. It is a natural flavor soda from the beautiful plains of Mexico. I believe it's made using cane sugar. Actually 140 calories for the whole bottle. Not bad. But guys, right now, if you go to Guaritos.com and use the code Chateau, that's CHATEAU. I know a lot of y'all can't spell, so I'll hit it one more time. CHATEAU. Go to Guaritos.com. You can get 15% off and free shipping on your first order. They have a ton of wonderful flavors, and they've got grapefruit, mango. The pineapple one is one of my favorites. I know Braden really likes the strawberry and apple. But yeah, hit them up. Get your Guaritos. Drink fresh. Welcome back.
You're way too good at that.
Yeah, it's disgusting, isn't it? So he's an American Horror Story. Also, all of you out there who've watched American Horror Story, my ranking for it personally, the best one is Asylum. Asylum is the best, I think. Coven is second, but that's only because I like witch shit. The third one is Freak Show. Freak Show is insane. It's so good. But Evan Peters is in Coven. He's like this kid. His name is Kyle. I think he's a couple different. No, I can't remember. But that kid is, I say kid, he's older than us. That guy is ridiculously good.
Crazy good.
Like, really good. It's also so weird. He either plays like a seriously, like, mentally just fucked character or like Quicksilver.
Yeah. I dude, you need to watch the Jeffrey Dahmer. He does so good at like
I'll probably watch it tonight when we're done with this.
impersonating his walk and
Yeah.
like just oh man, he just just does so well at it. I feel like he's very overlooked as an actor, and I feel like there's a lot of actors like him that are overlooked.
There's so many actors that get a ton of recognition and they don't need it. Like, okay, I'm going to break everyone's heart here right now. And this is a very controversial statement. James McAvoy has done things that Leonardo DiCaprio will never be able to do. I'm saying right now,
Yeah.
if they put Leonardo DiCaprio in Split, I don't think that would have.
I think to a certain degree, there's different roles for different people.
Well, that's the other thing. Leo's also a different kind of actor.
Because his Wolf of Wall Street, to me, is one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, actually,
But
that was a little bit too heavy of a statement. That was too
I
heavy.
would say Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. The only thing
Easy.
about Tom Cruise that's crazy is that he just does his own stunts for no reason.
Yeah, I don't understand what the honestly, if I'm being really honest, I don't understand the hype behind that. It's very easy to get your license, especially when you don't work but like 2 months out of the year.
Oh, that's the other thing. When he goes on talk shows and they're like, "You have your pilot's license?" I'm like, he doesn't work.
Yeah.
I'm like, we would all. Do you know how many licenses
And
I
also,
would have right
I'm
now?
sorry, he doesn't go to the local county office and get his license. He probably pays a private tutor that gives him like a 3-month crash course.
Yeah, exactly.
And he does it like that.
Yeah.
So
No.
that's not. I don't know why we
Cruise,
freak out about
Tom
that.
Cruise is not like walking around LA and sees a thing on a light pole that's like, get helicopter certified.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, 1-800-975.
Yeah.
That's not what he's doing.
No, not at all.
Not even close.
No.
But I hate when they do that. Like, I know it was James Corden, which I hate James Corden to begin with. He's so stupid. But he was like, how many licenses do you've got you've got your boating license, you've got your motorcycle. And he's like, yeah, I've got all my licenses. You know, it's a funny.
He's like, I even got my real estate license.
Yeah, he's like, I've got my real estate. I'm like, yeah, so does Peggy. I went to high school with her.
Yeah.
You don't work.
Yeah.
You don't have a job, dude.
Yeah.
You don't do things. It would be if I walked up to you right now and I was like, hey, by the way, over the past couple of months, I've been getting my pilot's license. You would be like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're like working like 50, 60 hours a week.
Because we work and have jobs.
Yeah.
And also, you have to pay for that kind of stuff. I'm sure it's not cheap.
No.
That's the other thing.
No, pilot license, I'm pretty sure is like in between $50,000 and $90,000.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think that matters to T. Cruz.
Nah.
It doesn't matter.
Not even at all. That's like a day on set for him. So, yeah, I think that James McAvoy especially, and just like his roles in Split, I also think it's so overlooked. His roles as Professor X in some of those X-Men movies, he does so
really good. In those. He was also in this movie that was like a period piece with Keira Knightley. And that was really good. I can't remember what the name of it is right now, but that was really good. There's just a lot of actors that like I watch them and I'm like, this guy's like great and gets virtually no recognition for.
And I think it might be the roles that they get cat. They just don't. And also, it might be like. I mean, I think one of the big things that makes you mainstream is for some like you have to be one of those people that girls freak out over.
That, but also you have to be in the like. When's the last time you looked on Instagram and it was like, "Oh, James McAvoy did"?
True.
You don't ever hear about him. Nobody knows what he does.
No one cares who he's dating.
No, not at all.
That's what I'm saying. Is I think that at a certain degree, girls have to fanboy over you or fangirl over you because like Johnny Depp was killed with ladies when he was younger, and I mean,
still kills with ladies.
I don't know why I said when he was younger, but I feel like it started when he was younger, and I just think that's what kind of sets it off.
Yeah. And James McAvoy never. I guess that just kind of never hit with him. Like he's not.
I don't know.
I mean, he's a good-looking dude, but he's not like. See, that's the other thing, though. I have very weird taste in like who I like look at. And I'm like, oh, that's an attractive person, or that's not. Leonardo DiCaprio I've never looked at him and been like, God, what a good-looking guy.
Yeah,
like, it's really weird. You know what happened with Leo is that he looked like a baby, and then he looked like an adult.
Yeah, there was in between.
Never.
He also looks very old now, and he's not that old.
Yeah,
like Hugh Jackman looks younger than him.
Yeah, that's
in certain ways.
Hugh Jackman's a freak.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, he's coming back as old Wolverine.
You want to talk about that guy? I hope they do that right, man.
I
think they
just
will.
want to see him in the suit.
I think they will, just purely from the fact that he's going to be in the Deadpool movie. I think that alone is. They know what people want. People have been wanting that forever.
Yeah. Do you think that he'll be like? Also, I don't. It's really funny to me. Like, I love watching actors do this. Like, I love watching behind the scenes stuff because, one, it makes me happy because, like, I feel like I can do it sometimes. Like, and so I like seeing other people do it, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'm not crazy. That they can just slip in and out of like doing things. Like there's there's thing like behind the scenes stuff on set of Wolverine movies where Hugh Jackman will be like, he's like screaming, going nuts, and then they'll go and cut, and he'll go, man, that was wild, eh? And you're just like, huh?
Yeah.
And you just look at it and you're like,
yeah,
how do you do that?
Yeah.
Like what is going on here? And I don't know. I was thinking, like, do you think that he's played that character for so long? Also, I didn't think about this. Now that he's coming back as Wolverine, he reclaims the title of the longest. Yeah, I didn't think it.
Yeah.
Do you think that's why he's doing it?
I think for sure.
That might be it. Because who does Hemsworth have it now for Thor?
No, I think actually Patrick Stewart has it. because he came back in Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, as Professor X.
Yeah, I think he reclaimed it.
God,
The
what a
only
G.
person
he couldn't
that
even walk in that movie.
I think someone said if Thor comes back one more time, I think he somehow beats it, but I don't know because Patrick Stewart was in X-Men 1. And that was in 2000. There's no way. Wait, hold on. That's 22 years.
Because
There's
that's not.
no
We're not
way.
counting appearances in movies. We're counting
Years.
time spent.
Yeah, there's
as the
no
character.
way Thor beats him because he came out in 2011. That's only 11 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Patrick Stewart easily beats him.
Yeah, because I think the first X-Men movie came out in 2002, right?
Yeah. Why was Thor even talked about? Wait, now I'm confused.
Is he second? Is he second?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, I just.
I know.
No, that's what it was. It was the MCU, and now that Patrick Stewart's in the MCU, it like they consider like that being like the longest thing.
Okay.
I think that might have been why Thor was even considered, but
now it has to be Wolverine because Hugh Jackman was Wolverine in the X-Men in the first X-Men movie. Also, have you ever seen that like when he's in that movie, he was like 20 something and he's like not super jacked at all.
Not at all.
But now that he's like 55, he's just shredded. Dude, the condition that he was in the movie The Wolverine was insane. Like
ridiculous.
It was a little bit to where like I was watching it and I was like, Also,
and it was also scary because you could tell it was 100% natural.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he might have taken something to maybe shred him down a little bit. I don't think so. He was so.
He might take like a little bit of testosterone now that he's like up in age. But
at that movie, it just looked so. God, it was crazy.
But I mean, I've also heard like a lot of stuff from like celebrity trainers that if you ask any of them, they're like, "Oh, who like works out the hardest? Like who's the hardest?" Like who goes, and they're like Hugh by far, like Hugh a lot.
Yeah.
And I think now everybody talks about Hemsworth because he's like, but
no, for sure.
But I have heard multiple interviews where people are like Hugh Jackman's insane. Like the
way his work ethic
he goes
and stuff.
so intense. With everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, also, dude, I just kind of want to. We'll probably wrap it up with this, but in the vein of Marvel stuff, 1 month until Black Panther comes out.
That is still the way Marvel movies sneak up on you.
The sneak effect of Marvel is unbelievable.
I don't know if it's just us. You might be just us.
I wonder if it is.
Like more people are focused on it and they're like counting down the days. I just don't like She-Hulk just came out and before that was Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
And just like they're steadily producing the stuff that I'm just like, the next movie will be forever.
Yeah, whenever.
And I'm like, oh my God, in a month?
God, dude, I'm so ready to break down crying in that theater.
Oh, with the funeral and everything.
I don't know what that is going to be.
Dude, the trailer made me break down. Where like they're all in white and they're like dancing. Dude,
also,
it looks so
did you
good.
Hear, apparently in the movie dude, I want to break down right now. Apparently in the movie, like one of the women who does the ceremony that's in like that all white garb or whatever is his wife.
Oh my God.
Dude,
like his actual wife. Like Chadwick Boseman's wife.
Yeah. She's like the person who apparently like because there's something where like his body is there and they put it into the afterlife. She's the one who pushes it into the afterlife.
Oh, shut up.
Dude, I'll lose my shit in the theater.
I've heard a lot of stuff talking about how like he's like that's like symbolizing death, like he died or whatever. And the other thing is like they show a lot of scenes where Namor gets born.
Yeah.
And like that's a cool like life and death thing. They also said that Namor, just like the comics, is going to be a mutant.
That's cool.
They're like going to very, very clearly make that a thing. I think Namor's a really cool addition to all that stuff.
Yeah, I also like the guy that they cast for him.
Perfect.
He looks
how you would expect.
I don't know what race I think Namor is, other than Atlantean, but like I guess he would be like some sort of
Polynesian, maybe.
Yeah, like islandery, but more like Maori. like
Yeah.
more like in the vein of like the Hispanic
Yeah,
tribe.
yeah.
I don't know how they found that dude,
But it's
but
perfect.
he looks amazing.
Yeah.
So
Perfect for it.
yeah,
Yeah, I just think it's the way it just snuck up on me blew my mind. That I was like,
Yeah.
oh, 1 month.
I'm so ready to break down in that theater.
Oh,
like,
I will.
fully.
For sure.
Do you think it would be weird if like everybody in the theater didn't cry?
Oh, for sure.
Also, do you remember when we went to go? Did we go see Black Panther together? The first one?
No. And actually, what's weird about that first one is I didn't realize, I thought there was 2 Black Panther movies in theaters because the way people were reacting to it,
Yeah.
like they were saying like the stuff this does for like Black heritage and stuff, and I was like, is there another Black Panther movie out?
Well, when I went to go see it, the women that sat in front, there were 4 women sitting in front of us in the movie theater. They were wearing like African like garb.
Yeah.
Like they were in like, I don't know what that's called, but like they were dressed to the nines in this like kind of beaded like robe looking.
Yeah.
And we were just like I remember I looked at Luke and I was like, what? I was like, and then Luke was like, do you think that like, do they think that this is like a movie about the Black Panther movement?
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't even think about that. And then I was like, that's got to be so weird for like, if you're like a 45-year-old person and like you don't pay attention to Marvel. And then you're like, oh, they made a Black Panther movie. Let's go see it. And then this guy in a cat suit comes out and it's like, what's going on here? But like, I just remember at the end of the movie, they like stood up and they were like, that was so good. They were like, that was so good. And I was like, I guess this like, because I mean,
I guess it's something that we just don't understand.
I guess not. I mean, I know that there have been like black superheroes before. Like there was, I guess the earliest one would maybe be like Hancock.
Yeah.
No, Blade came out before.
Yeah. Blade
Hancock.
was big.
But it sucks because every time, like, there was like all this controversy about Wesley Snipes, like after the Blade movies came out, that he like, I don't know what happened with him, but like I know he almost like, I don't know what happened, but a bunch of crap happened with him. And then there was Hancock, and then I guess who would be the next black superhero? Like
movie? I don't know.
I don't know either. But
I think just because this one was just very African culture focused.
Yeah.
It just kind of took off.
And people latched onto it, and rightfully so, because that's a big deal.
Yeah,
that's
very big deal.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And it was that first.
It was so well done.
That was so
Killmonger
well done.
was so good too.
God,
And
dude,
also
that
Killmonger
kid-
like perfectly embodied like kind of the mindset of like an African American
Yeah.
going and interacting with African, like true African people. Is a very cool dynamic.
That's the
brought
other thing.
across.
I've said this before, but my favorite villain is one that I watch and I'm like, he's kind of right.
Yeah.
I love. That's what makes Joker so good in the Dark Knight movies, is that he says all that crap and you're like, is anybody else like kind of feeling this right now?
Yeah.
And like and when Killmonger was talking about like when he's talking about like he's like, y'all been sitting up here hoarding this stuff while we were suffering, and I'm like, fuck, he's killing it right now.
Why my dad was like sold to America and stuff like that. So y'all didn't do anything.
Yeah. Also, I don't know why, but like when I was watching that movie and when he's dying and he says something like bury me in the ocean where my ancestors had the courage to jump off the boats. I was like,
jeez.
Fuck, dude. I was like, golly.
Yeah.
I was like I was sitting in the movie theater. I was like, I didn't even own slaves and I feel horrible.
Yeah.
I was sitting in the movie theater and I was like, this is heavy. I was like, this is intense.
I loved it.
Yeah, he was such a good. I would love if they. I don't want him to bring him back because I like when people die and stay dead.
Same, but in a weird way, Jake.
At the same time, it'd be.
I think he would be the perfect replacement for Black Panther.
Yeah,
I could see Shuri being it, but at the same time.
But see, okay, that's how I feel about the whole like Captain America and the Falcon thing. I didn't want Falcon to become Captain America because I love Falcon.
Yeah,
Falcon's character is so cool.
Well, he does become Captain America at some point.
Yeah, but like,
I think we underestimate how many movies he's in as Falcon, though.
Yeah, that is true.
He has so many appearances as just Falcon. He has Captain America 2, he has Captain America 3, Avengers 2, because he's in Avengers 2 as Falcon.
I forgot he is in the very
He's
end.
an Ant-Man. He's in Avengers Infinity War. He's in
He's in
Avengers Endgame.
Endgame.
Yeah, he's in a lot as Falcon.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I just loved him.
No,
as,
I
I
do
just
agree
love
with
that
that.
character. But that's kind of how I feel about Shuri. Like I like Shuri as
Shuri.
the scientist chick.
Yeah.
Like also, everybody keeps forgetting this. In this Black Panther movie, we get to see Ironheart.
Yeah.
She's just in it in this fucking like Halo armor.
Yeah.
Is what it looks like.
Yeah. It
She looks like she's in like a mech suit.
It looks so good.
Yeah.
I
So,
can't wait. I'm gonna probably cry in the theater. I hope they do justice to Chadwick and just like how they do handle that. I'm sure they will. But
I also really hope that this movie is not to take a slight on the last couple like Marvel movies that have come out, but I really, really want this one to like, I want it to do something, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want this to be Multiverse of Madness, and I don't think it will be.
No.
Because also they got, Ryan Coogler is directing this one too, isn't he?
the one that he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did the first one. He did really good. But I want this one to be like,
Set a standard.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
I need something to bring us back to.
It to me the last good one was like the one that really did something was Shang-Chi, and the reason I skip
Yeah.
over No Way Home is because No Way Home was an event to me. It wasn't
Yeah.
really like a movie as much as it was.
Which
an
don't get
event.
me wrong, it was amazing.
It's great, but
it was amazing.
But the whole point, the whole like you think of No Way Home and you think of Toby and Andrew came back.
yeah, exactly.
You don't think of was the movie amazing, and the movie was pretty good, but it wasn't like. That's the thing you think of.
Yeah.
And I think of Shang-Chi, and I'm like, that was an amazing movie. There wasn't
Yeah.
anybody you knew in it. So,
except for Trevor.
yeah. But I want this movie to do that. It's
Yeah.
be that next like standard of a movie. But
Yeah.
well, it's been a great podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all keep listening, subscribe, whatever. We don't really care. We're just sitting here talking.
Yeah. We really I feel like we need to reiterate this every couple podcasts, but like if y'all listen to us and you're like, God, these guys are idiots, we need to rip them apart. They're morons. We hate their opinions. You're so right.
Yeah, you
We're
really are.
idiots.
We are.
We have the least amount of education. We're morons. We
Yeah.
literally got these mics off Amazon and these chairs off Facebook Marketplace. Honestly, it's a little frightening how anyone can just have a podcast
It
and put
is.
stuff out there.
It is for real.
It's a little weird. There should probably be a screening process, but there isn't.
There's
so here we are. So yeah, y'all keep listening.
See you in the next one.